Find the average value of the function y equals square root of x between x equals 0 and x equals 3. We want to use 6 rectangles and round to 2 decimal places, right? That's really not that important here. All right, so let's just draw the graph first, okay? So y equals radical x, okay? We hopefully should know what the graph of y equals radical x looks like, right? It's a little something like this, okay? So here, let's check this out, right? Here's 1, here's 2, and here's 3, right? So essentially, we're going to end this graph over here. Okay, so the average value then is the area, right? Is the area divided by the length of this interval. Okay, that's what the average value is. So we got to find the area of this region and then just divide it in this case by 3, right? That is the length of this interval. Well, it says to use 6 rectangles here. Okay, now generally when we find the average value, we don't want to underestimate this, right? We usually just use the upper sum, okay? But we want to use 6 rectangles, okay? So in this case, we'll use 6 rectangles, okay? And we're going to use the right sum in this case. So we're going to use rectangles, right, that look a little something like this. We'll use the first rectangle here, and the second rectangle here, and the third rectangle will be here, and so on and so forth. Okay. So we want to find essentially the area of these 6 rectangles. Okay, now we know that this is the point 1/2, 1, 3 halves, 2, 2.5 or 5 halves, and 3, right? So essentially we need these function values multiplied by 1/2, right? Because we are finding the area of each of these guys, right? So there's 6 of them. It's going to be 1/2 times f of 1/2 plus 1/2 times f of 1 plus 1/2 times f of 3 halves, right? F of 3 halves here, that's the height, and then 1/2 is the length of this guy, right? And then 1/2 times f of 2 plus 1/2 times f of 5 halves plus 1/2 times f of 3, right? So what these 6 terms are doing here is finding the area of each of these 6 rectangles here. Okay, so what do we got? F of 1/2, right? Plug the 1/2 in here. So we 1/2 times the square root of a half plus 1/2 times the square root of 1 plus 1/2 times the square root of 3 halves plus 1/2 times the square root of 2 plus 1/2 times the square root of 5 halves plus 1/2 times the square root of 3, right? So, well, I actually did this. Okay, so we get approximately here, right? Now, not exactly, right? But approximately rounding this guy, right? We get about 3.83. If you use your calculator, right? Then this sum here is approximately 3.83, but we are finding the average value, right? So to find the average value, we take our approximation for the area, and then just divide it by the length of this interval. In this case, the interval is 3. So once again, round this through 2 decimal places, we get 1.28. Right? So this would be the average value.